Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. It's me, Christine, again. And some eggs. And it's breakfast time. Let's get a quick audio check. How's the balance of your life doing this weekend? Is it summer? Is it fall? Are you schooling? Are you being schooled? What crisis era of your life are you in? Is it brunch? Is it lunch? Is it breakfast? Like, nobody knows anymore. Your hair looks great, thank you. This is my prison look. I don't know what I was feeling this morning. I was inspired by this shirt I bought. It's tiny little black and white stripes. And then I took out my hair from braids and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of giving me prison vibe. And so I put on this like necklace to my, I like it, I kind of like it. Okay, all right, today you're going to jail. Maybe I'm going to jail for what I'm gonna make you today, but that's okay. You know, Martha Stewart did it, so could I. I'm ready. Just call me simply Stewart. Welcome on in, chat. Welcome to the mods, the cats, the dogs, and Menchie Gang, in case you missed it. Tomorrow is your extra stream, but it's an hour earlier than normal. Don't be late, or it's fine if you're late. You can watch it on VOD, but I'll be streaming an hour earlier tomorrow because I have to paint my nails and I have to go to a wedding. The wedding is not mine, just to be clear. Some people get confused. The necklace is clicking on the mic. No! Okay, maybe I can do something about that. Hold on. First, tea. My prison look is going down the drain already. So I think if I take the mic, sorry, hold on 1 second, and I put it here, then it won't click. Does that make sense? If I just put it on the shirt, so now it's not touching. That's probably better, I think. But everything else is balanced, good. Your life is balanced, wonderful. That's what we strive for in life, you know. That works, perfection. All right, well, welcome on in, everyone. It's Saturday. Now, normally I'd be downstairs in my basement painting my nails or, I don't know, reacting to myself from 10 years ago. That's what we've been doing lately. But today I thought, why not join me in the kitchen and I will make you my disgusting breakfasts. If you didn't realize, I am not a chef. I am not a food influencer, a food fluencer. Is that sounds like a flu. That doesn't sound healthy. A food fluencer? It sounds like an illness. I am not good in the kitchen. We know this. You don't need to tell me this. We've done Simplybakelogicals where like I just ruin everything and Ben saves the day. But today we're gonna work within our own skill set because I wanna make sure that you know it's okay to not be good at everything. So that's what we're doing. I am not good. I accept that. We can't be good at everything, that's fine. You think I'm good at painting my nails? Great. Guess what I'm not good at? Kitchen things. But what I am good at is working within my limited skill set and using what I have to make food that I deem edible. So if you don't like this, that's fine. Maybe you're just much better in the kitchen and congratulations, good for you on being a chef. But I will not be a chef. I will always be an oat-fluencer. Oats, hot water, microwave, easy, done, 2 minutes, breakfast. That's how I like my breakfast. I don't like wasting time in the kitchen. I was gonna say in the morning, but like actually ever. but specifically in the morning, I like breakfast. I'm a breakfast person. I love breakfast tea and breakfast food. Maybe let's get I'm gonna do a quick poll just to get, you know, to whet the appetite. It is 11:11 a.m. where I am. Make a wish. If you're in my time zone, if you're not, you're out of luck. Obviously, I'm drinking Simply Maple Breakfast Tea. That's my, literally my tea, but also the tea I choose to drink every morning and evening and night. And I did invest in a hot plate. Wait, can you see it? It's just off screen. I bought another hot plate just for the kitchen, which normally I don't sit my tea down here. I'll like go to my desk, but. Okay, let's do a poll. because I kind of want to know. Wait, can I do a poll? I'm on, oh yes I can, okay. I'm on a laptop setup here. All right. I know there's like controversy, at least in my algorithm, about whether people eat breakfast. And like, I didn't think such a simple question was a controversy, but I have seen it be a controversy. And like, it's kind of wild, but I'm also not surprised because this is just social media today. Do you eat breakfast? It's such a like inoffensive, normal question. Yes, always, or not always. Yes, most, or all the time. Like, okay, whatever, you skip one because you're late, that's fine. Most days, no. I don't know how to, put this. Or like, never. That's what I'm gonna do, okay? Breakfast is defined as, hold on, let me put it. Meal in first hour of waking. Okay, let's just do that. I don't know. It could be like an hour or two. You can stretch it a little. All right, let's see who eats breakfast. I won't buy, I mean, you know the answer for me. To be honest, my eating of breakfast has changed over my 30, how old am I? 6 years of life. Like there was phases in my life where I'm like, I don't eat breakfast. I wait till lunch. Or like thinking that that was like, I don't know, logically smarter. And some people do that. Some people just claim they don't have time. Some people aren't hungry or don't feel hungry. And everyone is different is what I'm saying. And everyone kind of changes. Like maybe you've changed it. So answer this question just as of right now. But yeah. I think it's interesting to like, when you get older, reflect on how you've changed and maybe your needs have changed over time. Like personally, I need the energy in the morning. I have tried the no breakfast things and it does not work for me. I have no energy to do a workout or survive if I don't have food in the morning. And when I say breakfast, I don't mean like 87 pieces of eggs and toast and bacon, like the average American serving of breakfast when you go to Denny's. That's not what I mean by breakfast. I just mean like a decent amount of food, you know, like get some energy, but like I'm also not gonna feel like I need to go to sleep after breakfast. So define breakfast how you would eat it, not the American definition of breakfast at a diner. But yeah, there's people I know who like don't really like to eat breakfast because they're just not hungry. I do think people can train themselves to be hungry. I think like if you just start eating it, like your body will want it, especially if you don't eat as late at night, you don't want it earlier. We do this with my cats. So try and feed them later so they're not as hungry like super early so they don't step on my face, right? Like if it works with the cats, it can work with humans. All right, let's see what chat says. Does chat eat breakfast, which we're defining as meal in the first hour of waking? 55% say yes, most, or all the time. I don't know why I'm clapping. I guess that's a good thing. Congratulations on eating breakfast. 32% say most, I have a typo, but most days no. Damn, okay. And 13% never have breakfast. Are you just like not waking up until 2 p.m. or like noon and then that should still fall under the definition, or maybe you're just like not hungry. Interesting, okay. See, I thought it was gonna be over 50%, or I guess it is almost 50% not having it all of the time. And I do think, I wonder if social media has like influenced people to not have breakfast. Maybe it's just my algorithm, but my algorithm yells at me to like not eat breakfast. And I'm like, that is so fucking weird. Anyone else, or is it just the toxic things attacking me? All right, let's read some of your answers. The most important meal of the day according to General Mills. Well, they sell cereal, so like I question their motivation. I did a commercial for General Mills. Twice, I think. Cheerios, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We remember this. Does coffee count as breakfast? No. Caffeine on an empty stomach is not breakfast. A baby makes it really difficult. I guess because you're feeding your baby breakfast. What if you eat your baby's breakfast? Honestly, like, that's basically what I make for breakfast. You're gonna see is like basically baby food. Greek yogurt with cereal, delicious. Yeah, what do you guys eat for breakfast? Tell me. And we'll see how different it is from one of the multiple ideas I have that are all disgusting. I just had a huge donut, bam. It depends on your activity level schedule. Yeah, I'm always hungry. Cottage cheese and fruit. You're on the cottage cheese train. TikTok has tried that with me. I have tried that. It's not bad. Usually toast, eggs, chia pudding, or a Danish. Ooh, that's fancy. What's a baby breakfast? Just like anything mushy, I think, which like I also enjoy. Smoothie or a piece of fruit, love that. Coffee, fruit, and granola, stunning. 5 eggs, 2 toasts, 5 pieces of bacon, 10 tater tots, damn silly munchkins. That's delicious. A small breakfast, waffles or bagels, oats, we love oats. Breakfast cookies, what's a breakfast cookie? Greek yogurt with protein, overnight oats or eggs. Christine would steal a baby's breakfast. I honestly would. Honestly, like the mashed carrot puree, I will steal that from a baby. You better stand on guard. You better protect your baby's food. I might come for it. Oats and honey. Okay, just reading through your palettes, it looks like some of your palettes are like mine. I think there's, if we could say 2, I'm oversimplifying, but like 2 types of breakfast palettes. There's like the sort of sweet, savory, grainy palette, which might be like oats, yogurt, fruit, something that has like a little bit towards dessert, but not necessarily. But it could include things like muffins, whatever. Things that have like a bit of sweetness. Maybe there's a little bit of cinnamon or cocoa or honey, something like that. Or people who are like, no, I want like eggs, avocado, tomatoes, toast with butter, like the more traditional, like I would order this omelet at a diner, or eggs and fries or sausage, like those kinds of, right? Do we agree there's like 2 different, what's the word I'm looking for? 2 different pillars? What am I like? 2 different categories. Here, let's do that. Let's define breakfast in 2 different spaces. Which type of breakfast person are you? If you had to choose, and like, sometimes I know you might gravitate towards one if it's the weekend or something, but like if you had to pick, let's just say like sweets, grains, yogurts, fruits. I'm overgeneralizing. Or you like savories, like savory, like eggs, breads. I guess grain is a bread, but whatever. Veggies. Does that make sense? Like potatoes. Potatoes? Do people eat potatoes for breakfast? Yeah, like potato hash browns. Yeah, sweet versus savory. That's what I mean. Forever Mally, I don't like eggs. Well, I'm not gonna change your mind today. So typically I am in the sweet category. I like dessert for breakfast. Yeah, always have, always will. And whatever I make for breakfast has definitely, like I'll change over the years. I'll get inspired by something I saw on the internet, and then I'll make it for like an entire year the exact same way and then change it. Sometimes I change the Sometimes I change the flavor profile of what I'm making, and I usually do that by like, I don't know, swapping out whether it's the fruit or the protein powder or the like type of milk I add, just to change the flavor a bit. But the substance of what I make is usually consistent for a bit until I feel like making something else. So for example, what I've been making in recent history is overnight oats, which you know, because I've made that before on this channel, like 7 years ago. Crazy. Here we are again, but now live. And more recently, I've been making what's called an egg bake or a microwavable protein mug. And that's what I'm gonna make for you today. It is what it sounds. It's made in the microwave and it involves eggs and it takes like 2 minutes and it's so quick. And it's chocolate eggs is my other name for it. If you use chocolate with it, it's delicious. It's like dessert, but it's also disgusting. And at least 2 of you will try it and then you'll hate me forever, but that's fine. Some other ideas I make is oat balls. So I make those, and not just for breakfast. Ben likes to eat them for breakfast every day, but sometimes like I'll just have it for a snack, like after dinner or something, like a dessert. So I make Ben's favorite peanut butter chocolate chip oat balls, but I've also made like every flavor profile under the sun just to experiment. So those are easy, they're like little balls. I also make pancakes, like protein pancakes, like in a frying pan. So that's like a big step for me to like whip out a frying pan. I only do that on Sundays. Today's Saturday, so we're not doing that today. That's too much effort to whip out a frying pan. I don't do that on a daily basis, okay? That's like once a week I will make pancakes because it takes more effort because you have to like wait and watch it and you have to like cook it. Generally on a day-to-day basis, I don't cook, but I like to prepare things. So overnight oats, egg bake, protein balls, and what I'm calling my cat food breakfast are all either instant and you eat them right away, or you prep them and they sit overnight and then you can prep like 4 or 5 at a time. So you don't need to actually make it every day. That's what I like, okay? That's gaming the breakfast system. So those are my 4 plus 5 if you count the pancakes, but that one takes effort. Breakfast ideas that are, I don't know if like any of them I would actually recommend to like normal people without them thinking it's disgusting. I think like the protein balls, the oat balls are like actually good, but everything else I recognize people will be like, you're disgusting. But that's what I'm here for, okay? You don't always get valuable input. You don't always get valuable education here. You get things that are gonna be, you know, something maybe, it's like how not to water marble. All right, let's see what chat. Type of breakfast person is chat. 56%, oh, it's close. 56% of you are more savory eggs, breads, potatoes, veggies, traditional omelet type people. And 45% of you are sweets, grains, yogurts, fruits, muffins, like dessert type breakfast people. Okay, so we're pretty close to split. I'm definitely in the first category. And whenever we go out, like if we go out to a brunch, I try and look for like, give me the granola sweet bowl, and get annoyed if the restaurant only has like omelets. I'm just like, fuck. Like I'll eat an omelet, it's fine, but I'm always like, I want chocolate somewhere. Where is the cinnamon? I can't choose, it varies every day. That's nice. Breakfast is my favorite food. Disgusting, balls, balls, balls. Wow, Chat, are you okay? We talk about underwear? What's happening? Hello? Okay, we're already off to a great start. Today I'm gonna make for you 2 breakfasts. One is disgusting, I'm warning you, and the other is like, actually I do recommend it. Ben loves it, and you might love it too. So, first thing we're gonna make is a protein egg bake in the microwave. It takes 2 minutes. This is the disgusting one. But I eat it when I forgot to prepare something. So when I didn't make overnight oats or I don't have my cat food prepared breakfast, this one I can make just by going in the fridge and just grabbing stuff, and it takes 2 minutes. So you don't have to prepare for this. Ready? Bowl. Now, I got this idea from TikTok. So if you don't like it, let's cancel TikTok actually. I brought these eggs out just for show, but guess what? We're not actually using real eggs. I'm putting them back in the fridge. But I had to demonstrate. All right, so and I'll be right back. I know you can still hear me. Today we're making chocolate eggs for breakfast. It's disgusting. Ready? Okay, Simply egg whites. Yes, this is actually my brand. That's me. I don't know if you know this, but this is liquid egg whites. Why? I don't know. It's just easy to buy in like a box, and then you can just pour it out. I never measure anything. Very helpful, I know. So I just kind of vibe it out. That's 2, 3, 4 eggs. I don't know. No measurements, just vibes. And then you're gonna take whatever protein powder you want your eggs to taste like. I'm gonna make my classic chocolate eggs because that is the most unhinged. The taste of how this turns out entirely depends on how good the protein powder tastes. So if you don't have protein powder or you don't know where to start, I recommend like Googling which ones taste good. I really like the PE Science ones, not sponsored. Ask your doctor, blah, blah, blah. But I like this one, chocolate truffle. It actually tastes like chocolate truffle. It's so fucking good, it's so good. Why are we skipping the yolk? I don't know, because I don't like touching eggs. Like I prefer the box, and the yolk just like gets really messy, and I've heard it explodes in the microwave, whereas the egg whites don't. They just kind of like expand, but don't explode. So 1 scoop of protein powder. This one I measure because it comes with this, so it's a lot easier to measure. Now, you could do any flavor you want. You could do peanut butter cookie eggs. You could do mint chocolate eggs, okay? That's delicious. This is also a vegan flavor they make. Their vegan flavors also taste really good, I find. Then you're gonna take some quick oats, rolled oats. This just gives it a little more heart. It just makes it a little bit chunkier. And then I don't measure, I just kind of like, I don't know, pour in like a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. It's like oatmeal. And then last ingredient, just to give it a little bit of creaminess, is chocolate oat milk. If you're doing chocolate eggs, you gotta do it right, okay? Now you could just use regular oat milk. I don't recommend almond milk because that's like on the watery side. So I think oat milk is probably superior. You could add regular milk if you love cows. I like chocolate oat cows. So I'm gonna just pour just a little, just like a little inch or so. Just think an inch. Then you're gonna get a spoon and you're gonna mix it up. Just don't spill it overboard. So you just gotta be careful. It's just like when you make a pancake batter, right? So like you take a powder and you like mix a liquid in, that's it. It's simple. It's simply. There, Oh my God, my stomach just growled. I'm so hungry. This is delicious. I'm so excited. Mix it up real good, yeah. It doesn't take long to mix there, see? It looks like oatmeal, but don't eat it yet, it's not cooked. But it should be like a little bit thick, and that's from the protein powder, which again, depending on the brand you use, some of them like have more volume than others. Some of them are kind of worse at doing that. It really is trial and error, I think, if you're a protein powder girly. I've been one for like 6 years now. Christine, I don't know about this. Good. Hey Simply, I love your nail polish and YouTube channel. Thanks. Do you like my baking channel? What would you put in your overnight oats if you wouldn't have protein powder? This. So you need some kind of powder because it like helps. So this is peanut butter powder that people use. There's 2 big brands that I know people talk about. There's PB&Me and PB Fit. It's peanut butter powder, but it kind of behaves similar to protein powder in my experience in dishes like this. You could also use like cocoa, but you wouldn't want to use that much cocoa because that would be insane. That exists, yeah. These are like not that hard to find. If you just go to, I think, any grocery store, you should be able to find at least one brand of protein powder or peanut butter powder in North America, right? Like if I can just go to any store and find this in Canada, surely Americans can find this. Protein powder is like everywhere too. Like you could go to Walmart and buy whatever, they have like a few brands of protein powder. Not the brands that I like, but I'm sure they're good too. You can also buy everything on Amazon now. Okay, then we're gonna take our bowl and put it in the microwave. It's so hard. All right, chat, you're in the microwave too. Now every microwave is different, depending on the strength of your microwave or whatever. I'm gonna throw it in for 1 minute. I'm gonna grab a different spoon. So mine is 1,000 watts. I don't really know. 1,000 watts is what it says. And I do 1 minute at a time. Total is probably 2 minutes, but it really depends on the microwave. Like some microwaves, maybe you only need a minute. And you can tell because the egg starts to like grow. It starts to expand and it looks like a cloud. It looks like a cake. So that's why in some TikTok lands, you'll find them describing them as protein mug cakes because people will put it in a mug and then it expands and it looks like a cake. Now, I just prefer the bowl because I find it's easier to actually stir around and then to get it out, it's easier. That's why I don't like the mug and I don't want to like waste my mugs because I use all my mugs for tea. Do you know what I mean? So I just prefer to put it in a bowl. But it turns into like a puffy cloud as it expands in the microwave. So let's see if it started to do that. No, it didn't start to do that yet, but it's there. It's a little bit expanded, but it's still wet. So you don't want it to be wet because that means it's still not cooked. So I'm gonna take my fresh spoon and I can just flip it over like an omelet. Look, it's like literally an omelet. See? It's a chocolate omelet. I'm flipping it over so it'll cook evenly. Anyone who thinks this is disgusting, like, do you know what cake is? This is basically cake. There's just no flour. It's protein powder instead of flour. Protein powder is kind of like flour, actually, now that I think about it. And then I'm just gonna do another minute after I flipped it. This looks so gross. Oh, you don't even, well, you don't have to eat it. I will. All right, I'm gonna take the spoon that had the rawest eggs and just wipe it. Baking with Simply, that requires no baking. It's just easy. I do this as I feed my cats. I just pop it in the microwave. And then I'm gonna get a plate because we're gonna serve our dish that we worked so hard to make, I know. We're gonna grab a fork and it's expanding, so I'm gonna show you. Ready? Okay, I can see it expanding. Can you see that? No, it's too far. I tried to take a video of it with my phone for Snapchat, but the like dots on the microwave literally won't let me focus. It's weird. Okay, here. So I can't get my phone in the microwave without putting my phone in the microwave. It already came down from expanding, so you missed that part. That's too bad. So see, now we just have it's basically an egg. Like a giant chocolate egg. Wow. Who wants breakfast? Simply egg bake. Okay, then you're gonna take this because the bowl is very hot, be careful. And you're gonna throw it on a plate. Transfer it so it'll cool a little bit so you can eat it. Wait, we're gonna be fancy. I don't normally do this, but for you, chat, I will. Cocoa powder. It's a special occasion. All right. So normally what I do is I just give it a little flip and I take my fork and I cut it as if it's scrambled eggs. It also helps it cool down so I can actually eat it. And I do this and then I finish feeding the cats. And then I come back and it's like the perfect temperature to put in my mouth. You don't want to burn your tongue. Even though it's really delicious and it's like hard to stop yourself. Okay, so I just chop it up. We're gonna season it now. Ready? Cocoa powder. Normally I don't do this, but this is a special occasion. Ooh. It makes the chocolate eggs even chocolatier. Yes, stunning. All right, who wants breakfast? Here you go, chat. Like, it looks good. It looks like little pieces of brownies. It's basically an egg brownie. And how easy was that? Too easy. It's still a little bit hot to eat. So I'll wait a couple minutes, let it cool down. Chris, I need you to describe the texture. Here, how about as I eat it, I will describe it. Cat food, well, actually this isn't my cat food dish. We'll save that for another time. Because today I wanted to make you this disgusting Simply dish. And we're gonna move on to oat balls next that you actually might wanna make. But then on another Saturday morning, we could make my cat food and then make a smoothie to redeem myself. Okay, that's what I'm gonna make you my disgusting breakfast and then something to redeem myself. What is cat food? Well, you're gonna have to wait till next time. I know. If that isn't cat food, I'm scared now. This isn't cat food. The cat food is the one that's like mushy. It looks like mush out of a can. I guess this is harder. It looks more like eggs, okay? Here, have a bite. Should be cool now. The texture is like a little bit overcooked scrambled eggs. And then you take your fork to it and you kind of cut it up. That's what it's like. It's a little bit spongy, right? It's kind of like bread. It tastes like malt bread, like chocolate bread. It's like a little bit spongy. All protein powder is spongy when you bake with it. Like, that's just, it is what it is. But it's like a, it doesn't taste like eggs, okay? It doesn't taste like eggs, just in the same way that cake doesn't taste like eggs. Even though it has like a bunch, it's primarily egg whites, the protein powder just overtakes this. It tastes like the protein powder, but just the substance is a little bit more like bread, a squishy bread sponge. Kind of in between a moist piece of bread and scrambled eggs. That's how I would describe the texture. The oats also help. Yeah, it's kind of like a sponge cake. Tear apart a piece. Okay, I'll try. They're all covered in cocoa. Ben, are you right there? Do you mind offering me a zoom in? Chat really wants to like me to rip this apart in front of their face. You're uncomfortable? Good. All right, Ben's gonna zoom on in. We should do a poll. Would you eat this? Yeah. Would you eat my Simply? Try and go there, yeah. Would you try?
Looks like cat litter.
This isn't even the cat recipe, oh my God.
No, looks like cat poop that was in litter.
Oh, well, don't give them that idea. Now they will answer the poll incorrectly. Okay. I want to show them the texture. I can come a little bit more in if you zoom in. Okay. So it's like a little bit spongy, like a piece of bread almost, but it's like a soft piece of bread. It's not dry. It looks a bit dry.
It's like moldy bread.
It's not moldy bread. It's like malt bread. Ooh. But it's spongy. But it's also soft. So I can like squish it. So it's in between like a warm piece of bread and scrambled eggs. All right, thank you, Ben. Ben, you want one?
Nope.
I'm so hungry. It's giving pancake. It's basically.
It's not.
Does it leave residue on your fingers? No, it's pretty clean. I mean, I usually eat it with a fork, but. Ben, do you want to eat a piece? He said no. Why not? Here's the thing. I know no one's gonna eat this unless they're like, I need protein and eggs and I need to do it really quickly. Like, this is not a breakfast for anyone else. I get it. It's just what I do sometimes. All right, let's see. Would chat try my Simply egg bake? 57% said yes, really? Oh my God, I'm honored. Are you guys lying? Or are you just saying that to be nice? Are you saying that because you want more episodes of unhinged, weird breakfast ideas from me? Are you trolling me? Am I trolling you? Y'all would eat this? Are you okay, chat? 58% of chat gets me. So I did steal this idea from TikTok, but I changed it and it's not in a mug. But if you look up protein mug bake, it's basically this. Some people add, I've seen people add Greek yogurt. I've seen people add cottage cheese. I think you do need to add a little bit of some kind of liquid, and the creamier it is probably helps. So I like chocolate oat milk when I'm doing chocolate things. But I've also made peanut butter eggs with peanut butter protein powder or the peanut butter powder. And it's all delicious. Basically a protein muffin, kind of, but it's more pure. That's the wrong word, but like it's very simple, right? Because when you think about making like a real muffin or a real cake, there's like way more ingredients that go into it, and then it becomes a science of like how much of this you need to add, how much of this you need to add, because it has to rise appropriately. Like that time when Ben made cookies and they didn't work because he didn't add the right amount of flour, right? I don't want to have to worry about that. I'm too stressed and not good in the kitchen to have to think about measurements. So for me, something like this that doesn't actually matter, like it matters very little how much ratio, you know, it doesn't really change how it's gonna turn out in my experience, because I've never had it like fail. This is a breakfast that will never fail, and that's what I like about it. You're making me hungry. Oh my God, I am Martha Stewart. Coconut milk? Coconut milk would be good in this, like the thicker one. You could do this with milk. Doesn't really matter. Just something creamy helps. Also, I find recipes like this, excuse me, chocolate egg in my throat. I find a lot of the breakfast ideas that I do are so adaptable to vegan or not because of the ingredients that are like super simple. like, I know that they make like basically the equivalent of liquid egg whites in vegan. I don't use that one, but they make like every protein powder or brand has a vegan type. And some of them have actually gotten really good at tasting good. This one tastes really good. This is my favorite. I actually like it better than the non-vegan version, the mint chocolate specifically. But yeah, I like my protein cupboard is full of normal protein like whey, but also vegan. And I'm not vegan, but I like some of the flavor options. So I think there's ways to make it that if you need it. I tried hemp protein powder. That shit is bad. Well, hemp protein powder is a weird one. I think the ones that are made with pea protein are usually better, or like a pea and a brown rice blend. But it's really trial and error. Some brands just make it taste better. What is your fave protein flavor of all time? Probably this. Like, it's kind of simple, but this is chocolate truffle. It tastes like chocolate milk. This brand also has a chocolate cupcake one, but that one tastes like chocolate cake, like more decadent cake, like even more gross, if you want to call it that. It's just not my favorite. I prefer the more milk chocolate one. I also like their chocolate mint and then peanut butter cookie. That's why I brought these ones out. But I've tried every flavor. And the French vanilla is a good classic. I usually go for French vanilla if I'm like doing a fruit flavor profile, and then I just do vanilla. So it's like a strawberries and cream or a raspberries and cream type of vanilla profile. How often do you eat this for breakfast compared to your other things? I'd say the egg bake I don't have every day because I mostly make it when I just forgot to make something the night before. So probably like, I don't know, 2 times a week, maybe. It depends. I usually have my cat food breakfasts because that I can prep for like 4 days. And oat balls I have randomly. And pancakes is usually just once a week because that takes effort. Like, you need a pan and you have to like wait. So like, fuck that. All right, let's move on to other breakfast ideas. This one is Beyynn's favorite. So I'm gonna put these back in the fridge. Actually, no, let's use the other oat milk for Beyynn's fave. I'm so proud that 58% of you are gonna make my nasty breakfast. Now, don't come for me if you don't like it, okay? Maybe you just made it wrong. I can't help it if you don't know how to make something. All right, let's move these. And we're gonna grab the ingredients for Beyynn's favorite Simply oat balls. Wait, I need a better name. Simply peanut butter chocolate chip oat balls. Simply's protein peanut butter chocolate chip oat balls. Bracket Beyynn's fave. Beyynn's version. How about that? So I'm just grabbing my ingredients. Some of this, some of that. Some of this. Peanut butter. Actually, those are already outside. Perfect. And then I need some of these. Y'all are gonna love this part. All right, let's get all the ingredients organized just like Martha would. Simplybakelogical or Martha Stewart? So, see, I need my peanut butter, my powdered peanut butter, And let's go in this drawer. Some of those, some of these. Don't worry, we'll go over everything. There is actually quite a lot of ingredients in what I make for Beyyyn, but that's just because I love the chaos of shoving everything in it. Like, you don't have to do this, but it's just fun. And you can kind of put in whatever you want. Like, there's no rules. So anyone who's like, oh my God, ew, don't put that. Or, oh my God, you're missing that. You're wrong. Everyone is right when they make something like this. It's basically like a garbage snack. That's how I realized I like all my food is like garbage, whether it's a garbage bowl, garbage plate, garbage breakfast, just throw it all together. No need to measure. That's how I love it. Okay, bowl. First things first, oats, okay? Protein oat balls are made with oats. You can't not have oats. What could you sub instead? I don't know, like, I guess like almond flour or something, but I feel like anything you would sub it with is more niche and harder to find than just oats. More specifically, I use large flake oats, but you can, if you want, use the smaller quick oats or rolled oats. I just think the large flake tend to hold, like bind better, but it's kind of up to you. So I never measure, I just go by vibes. This is probably bad. Maybe I should like pretend to measure just to give myself some credibility, okay? Yeah, sure. So I can kind of estimate for you how much I do, but I have so much experience that I don't need to measure. Hello, Simply, wearing the Pastel Don't Tell collection. Hello, Taco has the best crumbs. Thank you, Tiny S. Any plans for more cooking next week? Maybe next Saturday? We have something else going on next Saturday, so cooking will have to wait. I know you're so excited for my part 2 of Simply's disgusting breakfast ideas, so this is very reassuring to me. All right, I'm going to do 4 of these 1/3. This is very helpful measuring. Just a couple spoons of oats, I don't know. I make somewhere between 10 and 14 little balls out of this. This much oats, okay? Don't measure, just do about this much oats in the bowl. There you go. Then you're gonna put in your protein powder. This is what makes it a protein oat ball. If you don't have protein powder, then it's just an oat ball. All right, so I like to mix 2 flavors at once. I like to surprise Ben. So I'm gonna put in 1 scoop, because this comes with something to measure, so handy, of peanut butter cookie. This flavor is peanut butter cookie, and it actually tastes like peanut butter cookie. Don't tell Ben, but I think this is really the secret to why he likes these oat balls so much. It's like all that. It's whatever they put in there that tastes good. And then we're gonna do another scoop, but this time of chocolate truffle, because then it's chocolate plus peanut butter cookie. I love mixing protein powders too. Sometimes when I make smoothies, don't worry, another breakfast idea for another time. I'm like, what if I mix this protein powder and this one and this one? And then it's a Franken smoothie. I'm disgusting. Okay, we're continuing with the dry ingredients. PB Fit powder or peanut butter and me. That's what, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's just peanut butter powder. So some people use this as a substitute for real peanut butter. We're also gonna put in real peanut butter because that is a binder. But I don't know, I just like to make it taste extra peanut buttery because Ben really likes peanut butter. So I don't really measure, just take a giant spoon. Yeah, perfect. What is peanut butter powder? It's just peanut butter. Ingredients: organic, partially defatted peanuts. Defatted? Who are you calling defatted? I don't know what that means. Is it sweetened? No. No, these are just straight up peanuts. The protein powder that you use is probably sweetened. Most of them are. So I have no need to add any sweetener because this is already sweet. And again, it depends on the brand and what you use. This one in particular has sucralose to make it sweet. So everyone has their own preference. Is peanut butter powder just crushed peanuts? I don't think so. I think they actually like put it through a process to remove some of the fats. That's why it's not oily and that's why it's powdery. And that's why it's lower calorie. So some people will sub in that instead of using peanut butter, which is very high calorie in large amounts. Salt that is pink because we're fancy. I don't know, 5 to 10 twists. Depends how salty you are feeling. Perfect. There. More dry ingredients. Actual peanuts for crunchiness. Just for a little surprise. So this is dry roasted peanuts, unsalted, because I just added salt, so I don't need more salt. And I'll just take like whatever this scoop is. Something like that. Yeah, sure. Throw it in, perfect. You could chop them up more if you want, but I don't like exerting extra energy on things that are unnecessary. So, next, we have coconut chips unsweetened. Got this from a coconut health store. I need more, I'm running out. The coconut chips I find really help with like things sticking together. It's not so much about the flavor. It doesn't taste like coconut with all this other shit in it. But see how they're like bigger flakes? Hold on, I'm gonna pull one out. I'll pull one out for you. That's a bigger one. See how some of them are like larger pieces and they're a little bit, not moist because they're like dried, but they're not the like tiny shredded coconut. The tiny shredded coconut I find just falls everywhere and it gets messy. So I actually prefer the slightly larger, like they're not all this big, I just pulled out a biggie. But these ones stick better. So, yeah. These are just the plain ones. You can get toasted ones. Those ones taste really good too. Martha Stewart would be cooking. She would be if she was here. The pink salt is not good. Guess I'm gonna die or kill Ben, one or the other. Iodine enriched salt is necessary for thyroid health. What? So what are you saying? I should have white salt so I don't have a bad thyroid? So am I gonna die? Because we just mixed in pink Himalayan salt. I was waiting for a comment telling me I'm wrong. All right, pumpkin seeds. These are organic pumpkin seeds. I don't know, it doesn't matter. You have to shell them or buy them unshelled because you don't want to eat the shell. Now just do a scoop of that. This is 1/3 of a cup, but I don't know. I just normally guess. You don't need pumpkin seeds in it. I just like adding things that give a little bit of crunch. So the pumpkin seeds and the peanuts give a little bit of crunch. And then also chocolate chips. This is what makes it a little bit more of a treat, a chocolate chip peanut butter oat ball. So the one I usually use is extra dark chocolate chips, 72% cocoa. And these ones have a cooler shape than like a traditional chip. I will show you, I just need to open it. Had to buy extra. This is so unhinged. Surprise Pikachu, this isn't even the unhinged recipe. You missed it. So I'm gonna show you the difference because I think one just looks fancier than the other. I don't know, I find the taste basically indecipherable, but here, I'm just gonna demo. Okay, this is one hand. Wait, how am I gonna do this with 2 hands? Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna have to, okay. 2 types of chocolate chips. Can you see? Hello? Focus on that. There. This hand, they're like little rectangles. And this hand is the traditional like chip structure and shape. I will show you the bag again. So, on the chip-it shape is like that looks really familiar, right? Everything looks like a little, like a dollop, little chocolate dollop. And then these ones that are fancy are shaped like little rectangles. And I don't really know why, I can't exactly put my finger on it, but when you use these fancy rectangle ones in anything, they just kind of look more like elevated. Like Martha would pick these, but not these. I don't, like, why is that? What happened? I've been socialized to believe that these just are elevated and the food is fancier. Rectangle supremacy, I think. Yeah, like otherwise, like, I don't know, I can't taste the difference. So we're gonna use the fancy ones for Ben, but sometimes I flip and flop and I just do the other one. It just depends on what I have in my cupboard. But since we opened this anyways, we will do the fancy ones. Just a spoon. Notice how I did like equal amounts of everything else? I usually eyeball it, but whatever, just equal. Chip-it is an interesting brand, must be Canadian. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Is this a Canadian thing? I thought this was like universal, everyone has these chips in Walmart. No, is that wrong? Maybe the color's different? This is like probably the cheapest standard like semi-sweet chocolate you can buy in a bag at Walmart. You have Nestle chips? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm learning things. Okay, US has Nestle or Toll House. Okay, this is probably equivalent to like your Nestle, like your cheapest, like half sweet, semi-sweet chips that you would throw into baking a cookie. Huh, okay, I did not know that, but the shape is similar, right? Like they're like little, look like they're, you know, we're like little pieces of poo. Right, they look like the poo emoji. Is this what Nestle looks like? Yes, they're like tiny Hershey's Kisses. Yes, exactly. The shape is a distinct. I guess I've always known them as Chip-its. Wait, who makes these? Hershey's. Hershey's makes these. You guys have Hershey's though, right? Or you have Nestle version. Wow, so this is Canadian. I had no idea. Good to know. I'm learning things. You teach me, I teach you breakfast. There you go. Giardelli chocolate chips is the chunky fancy one. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce, but I've heard of that one. This fancy brand it's called Pure Food by Estee. I have no idea. I've never heard of that brand either, but it's just often at our local place in the fancier chocolate chip section. So gotta get fancy for Ben. Okay, all right. Is that all the dry ingredients? We got this, we got this. Yes, it is. So now I'm gonna just organize for my wet ingredients. Who's been paying attention? Who's been taking notes? You best take notes because I didn't write anything down. The teacher did not make a slideshow to take home. We're getting ready for the next phase, which is the ball making. So I'm just gonna grab a container. This one says falafels on it, perfect. Where's my, I'm gonna put my hair back. Don't want my hair in Ben's oats, although maybe he wouldn't mind, but. My new hot plate's working. Look, the cat is still a skeleton on the bottom. This is a new mug. Oh wow, that's really hot. The new one. The new hot plate I just bought. Okay. All right. Dry ingredients, you're gonna mix it up. Delicious. Look at all that good stuff. And again, you can like throw whatever you want in here. You like dried berries, you could put dried cranberries, dried goji berries if you want like more fruit profile-y. You can skip the pumpkin seeds, you can put almonds instead, maybe chop them up a little bit because that might be too big. You could chop up cashews or whatever. What other nuts are there? I don't know, you're a nut. You could skip the chocolate chips, you could put in white chocolate chips, you could put in Score bars. Wait, you guys don't have that either. Heath bars. You could just like chop up Snickers and just make this literally a chocolate bar. I don't care. Whatever you want for breakfast. You could do dates, sure. Yeah, you don't need to mix. I just mixed for way too long, but whatever. Just mix it around. And then, time for the wet ingredients. First things first, peanut butter. Now, you can use almond butter, cashew butter, Brazil nut butter, macadamia butter, whatever other fucking type of butter. It doesn't really matter. It's just what you want it to taste like. So since this is a peanut butter chocolate chip oat ball, we're using peanut butter. Got this one at Costco. It's so much cheaper than buying it anywhere else. It's like double the size for the same price. So, and since I use so much of it, that's where I buy all my peanut butter in bulk. I wish they made like even bigger sizes than this, but it's the Kirkland Signature peanut butter. Now, don't use Kraft peanut butter icing sugar. No, that is just icing sugar with like peanut butter and more sugar. That's not what I mean by peanut butter. And I'm not just saying that for the level of sugar, I'm saying that for the texture, because you're gonna want one that has the naturally occurring oils in it. Actually, this one has less because I'm getting towards the bottom, so I kind of took more of the oils by accident earlier. But this actually matters. You want the peanut butter to be wet and oily, so it makes a better ball, okay? Real peanut butter, not Kraft fake peanut butter that we all grew up thinking was peanut butter. Kraft has peanut butter? Yes. Did you not grow up on that, thinking that was peanut butter? And you look at the ingredients and it's like sugar, more sugar, icing sugar. Anyways, the only ingredient in this is dry roasted Valencia peanuts. Okay, these peanuts are Italian, I think. That is not American. What is not American? Kraft peanut butter? Am I making that up? Okay, what's the icing sugar brand of peanut butter? Jif, is it? Skippy, sorry, I'm speaking a different language. You're right. I guess Kraft was a Canadian version or Canadian equivalent of Skippy or Jif? One of those are like just icing sugar. Now maybe they more recently make real peanut butter versions, but in our childhood, they definitely started off as like peanut butter and icing sugar. Yeah. Anyways, you don't want that. Jif is high in sugar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't do that. Just get organic peanut butter or like straight up peanut butter. And then you're just gonna put a giant amount, just a big dollop, because you want the good oils, because that helps it bind. The oils are good. Now, it looks like I'm kind of missing some oil. I mean, I'm just gonna use the rest of this, why not? When there's so little left, like, you know, just use the rest of it, because you don't want it to go to waste, or like, what am I gonna do with just a little bit left? Like, nothing. Might as well. Extra peanut butter. See, measurements don't matter, just go by vibes. And I'm feeling a very peanut buttery vibe today. Delicious. Yeah, waste nothing. The most important ingredient, real maple syrup. You thought I just lectured you on real peanut butter? Oh, no, no. Real maple syrup is the real lecture, okay? This is so real, there's not even a label on it. Because I got this from a fellow Canadian whose like family friend has a maple syrup farm and they just make it, and she just gave it to me. That's how Canadian this is, that I know someone with a maple syrup farm and they're like, here. Also, real Canadian maple syrup is very valuable. Like, it's expensive because this shit is just that good. Also the maple syrup cartel or whatever. But you want real maple syrup. It doesn't have to be Canadian, but you could trust real Canadian maple syrup. You cannot trust American maple syrup because it's probably not maple syrup unless it says it's real, unless it's from like Vermont or from, you know, the colder states that actually know what they're doing. No, you cannot use corn syrup. No, that would be illegal, would send you to jail. No, you cannot use, what's the other one you guys use? I mean, they're all just corn syrup. They're all just fake. It has to be real maple syrup or else jail, just so we understand. I thought it was molasses. No, it's just very dark. It means this is a super rich one. It means it's really tasty and it's like super steeped in the maple sap, basically. Don't use pancake syrup. Pancake syrup is a lie because it's not actually real maple syrup. It's just corn syrup and it's just nasty fake shit that didn't actually come from a tree. Can we use honey? I have used honey. I find it's like too sticky. Maple syrup blends better because it's like more of a liquid that's sticky. Honey is like I can't get it off my hands. But you could do whatever you want. I don't really care. What about molasses? I would not. Well, all of a sudden this is a gingerbread peanut butter recipe. That's very different. Okay. Throw in your real Canadian maple syrup. How about that much? Yeah, sure. Okay, that looks good. And just to be fancy like Martha, we're gonna add some pure Madagascar vanilla extract, simply organic. Also, yes, another collab that I just learned I had. Do you need this? No. Do I feel fancy adding vanilla extract to things and not measuring? Yes. I feel like Ben is accidentally learning what I put in his oats and he's just like, oh no, no. Seems like I got a haircut and they cut my bangs too short. It's okay, it'll grow back. And now we're gonna mix that together, but that was not the last ingredient, okay? The last ingredient is actually oat milk. Yeah, just a splash of it. It helps to really like make it more malleable, and then you can roll it into balls easier. And that's how I kind of figure out, does it need to be more liquidy or less liquidy? Well, you can't undo the less liquidy, you'd have to add more powder. But basically, I just pre-mix a little bit with my spoons, or spoon singular, whatever. I just have two in my bowl for some reason. That's just how it happened. But this is not the ultimate mixing, okay? We're gonna use our hands, but we're not gonna get dirty. Because I got gloves. These are food safe gloves or whatever, because I'm a chef. So, oat milk. You could use almond milk, cow milk, I don't care what milk, but I like oat milk because there's already oats in here, so it makes sense. I shake it up because it's a habit. I don't think you actually need to shake it up. Just do like a tiny bit, just a splash, and then a splash on the other side, just so it's distributed. And then I leave this open in case I need a little bit more as I mix. That's kind of the secret. Without this, it might be too hard to mix together with your hands. So I really find adding the splash of whatever milk actually helps. See? I told you this was more of a real recipe. You're gonna take your pre-blended mix that kind of just looks like nothing right now. It looks powdery. And we're gonna, with our gloves on, because you can't get that shit under your nails, girl, mix it around. See, safety first. Think of your nails. And I like to use both hands because it takes a lot of energy to mix this, right? Energy balls require energy to make. This is like the most housework I do ever. Just once a week I will make these. And this is the most domesticated thing I do in my week. Yeah, we're just giving it a nice massage and nothing will get under our nails. And now I'm noticing that it's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna need a little bit more oat milk. My hands are a little nasty, but whatever, this is almost done. So see, I kept that open just so I could, bloop, bloop. Okay, not too much, don't fuck it up. If you make it too liquidy, you're fucked. Because then it's like, you can't undo this and go back to the beginning. So then you'd have to add more powder, but then I find it's like kind of, it just doesn't work anymore. It's just, you're just fucking it up. That's the only way you can fuck up this recipe, is overdoing it on the oat milk at the last step. Have you ever just made one big ball? I mean, we could do that right now, if you want, Shan. This will guarantee there's no nail polish peelies in your oat balls by wearing gloves. So I never pop a peelie. You know what, it's also a little bit drier because the peanut butter I used was like towards the end of its life, so it was missing some oil. So I think I am gonna need even more oat milk to help cover that. Okay, just a little bit more. Bloop. So this is an example of like a prep breakfast. Like you would make this and then not eat it right away. But lucky for you, I have some in the fridge of Beyyns from last round, so I can show you those. But this is something you can make like 12 at once and then have them the next day. And I guess you don't need to put it into balls. Like you could, I don't know, just put it in a giant ball. You could just throw it in a big Tupperware container and just eat it with a fucking spoon, who cares? Stuff like this is always better the next day. I think generally people say that yeah, the flavors kind of mold together. But like, I don't know, I'll eat it right now too, I don't care. Okay, so here's the texture, right? It kind of looks like cookie dough. A little bit more folly apart because of the peanut butter problem. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this, I know. Normally I wouldn't put so much oat milk in, but I think the peanut butter was a little bit dry because I disproportionately extracted the oil on previous rounds. Also, this is a like finger workout. This is a grip strength test workout. Like my grip strength is being tested right now. How many balls can I squish? One crumb for everyone in the chat? Yeah. Okay, I think we're ready to make balls. So this is a lot easier when you're wearing gloves because then you don't need to worry about it sticking to your skin, but also I find it's just easier to roll around, okay? So I just reach in there, make a ball, and that's it. Here, would you like an oat ball? Look at that, just a cute little ball. Don't make them too big because then they risk falling apart. And also, I don't know if you can fit that in your mouth. It's up to you though. And if we have any leftovers, then we just eat it. That's what I like to do anyways. Can you make dinosaur-shaped oats? No, I'm not Martha. I prefer making balls because they're easy. There, see? Stunning. barely need to know how to roll. Honestly, like, look, I'm not even gonna roll it. I'm just gonna, done. Whee! See, look at that bow. And you can kind of notice, see the like grease on my gloves, but the residue is like kind of coming off of it. That's because of the natural oils in the peanut butter mostly, allowing it to kind of slick off. So it's not super, super sticky. So I can still make it in a ball and it doesn't like stick everywhere. I think when I first started making these, one of my mistakes was not using enough peanut butter. And I started using honey actually, and it was just like way too sticky. I couldn't even get it off my hands. So it was very difficult to make, but this is like literally no effort to make it into a ball. Just use real peanut butter and real maple syrup. Yeah, see, they're not that sticky. What is the texture like granola bars? I'd say it's like a very moist granola bar. Not the dry, nasty, like Nature Valley ones that for some reason we all had. I don't know why. But much moister. And that's in large part because of adding so much peanut butter and the real maple syrup and the oat milk. Like those wet ingredients will help it be like heartier. They're like the good granola bars. Yeah, exactly. So what flavor would you guys make? Because you could do this in any flavor. The only thing that I think is, I mean, I don't know. You could do this without protein powder, but you would need some type of powder. I just don't know what it is, because you can't use the equivalent amount of protein powder that I used in like cocoa powder, because that'd be insane. Like almond flour, I guess. I don't know. Just get protein powder, I don't know. Mint chocolate. Oh, I make these in the mint chocolate powder too. They're so good. So if I make this in a mint chocolate version, I use the PE Science mint chocolate, the vegan flavor. I just like the vegan one better. And I also put in peppermint extract instead of vanilla extract, so I make it even extra minty. It's very good. And yes, still using maple syrup and all that. I like protein vanilla powder, so you could make like a birthday cake type of these if you use like a vanilla protein powder, or even some of them are called like cake pop. Cake pop is one that I like sometimes. And you could add in those birthday colored sprinkles instead of peanuts, for example. If you want a birthday cake sprinkle ball, you make it for your birthday. Should I make those for my birthday? My birthday is like in October. No fake syrup, but protein powder. Protein powder has a value. It's called protein. Tell me what the value of your fake syrup is. Go. I'm waiting. Come on, America, convince me. Okay, we have a surplus because I fit all the ones I can fit into here. Ben, look, I'm making your favorite. So I'm just gonna put them on this tray. And I will, usually for the extras that don't fit in, I will put them in a little, actually, can you grab it for me?
You should form it into one big ball.
Do you want me to, and you will eat it? I could do that instead.
Like an apple.
So normally I would just make extra balls and put them in the freezer as like a fun freezer snack. But do you want me to? I could put this here. Let's make one big ball first. Okay, just for chat, okay? So I've made those, but I have this left over, so let's make one big one. The big one risks falling apart, so I don't recommend making a giant ball. Actually, it's working. Oh my God. I'm harnessing the power of the oats. Oh my God, it's actually, why is this so good? Look. Hey chat, do you want one giant protein oat ball? Look at this. Look at that. It's like perfectly moist, intact. Rolled that for you. It's as big as my hand. It's very like crystal ball. Like I could throw this at you. Like I would win in an oat ball fight. Should we compare the size? How big do you prefer your balls? How big are your balls? Go, vote down below. Comment down below. This is crazy. Like imagine this was your breakfast though. I mean, I would eat it. Should I leave it like, I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, this will be Ben's extra big ball. So this one I'll put in the freezer just for fun. All right, so now that I'm done with my hands, I just take these off. These are disposable gloves, so we dispose of them. That's how that works. And see, I didn't even have to touch them. Now, what I usually do is just eat whatever's left over in the bowl, so I don't have to put it on the sink. Cheers. Mmm, so good. It's like super peanut buttery because there's like 87 million grams of peanut butter plus the peanut butter powder plus the peanut butter protein powder. Oh my God. Plus the peanuts, plus the actual peanuts. Wow. If you were allergic to peanuts, I would have killed you a long time ago. It's crazy. Send me to jail. I'm already wearing my uniform. Can't wait to go do activities with Martha. Oh my God, that's almost too hot. The hot plate is too good. I'm gonna unplug it. Oh, my cocoa powder. Okay, we're making a mess in the kitchen. All right, let's clean up just a little bit. Shad, help me clean up. Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there. Make yourself useful. What are you doing today? It's the weekend, so what are you doing to improve your life? I don't know why I found that funny. You're eating? Good. Is it breakfast? Is it my egg bake or oat balls? You already did something today? What did you do? Like this video? It's asking a lot, I know. Putting the maple syrup back in the fridge. Generally, good real maple syrup needs to be refrigerated after opening it. Fake maple syrup eaters can't relate. Just putting my protein powders collection back. And we'll put coconut chips away. And actually, Ben, would you like to grab these prepared?
Oh, the fish ones.
Yeah, so I'll show them. I mean, you actually, there's no difference, but. Okay, this is done.
Well,
Look.
these are, I prefer the non-chocolate ones.
The magic of movie editing. Look, they're done. They've been in the fridge overnight.
Are they the same? These ones are chocolate, no?
They look almost exactly the same. Yeah, because they hold their form pretty well that it doesn't actually need to be in the fridge overnight. But if you put these in the fridge overnight, then they should hold a little bit better, and the coldness of the fridge can bring out some of the flavors, especially if there's a little bit of chocolate. I find it like helps a bit. Do you agree? Or do you want to eat this giant one right here?
The consistency is better. For me, it's mostly the consistency.
Yeah.
It firms up in the fridge.
It's less likely to fall apart as you're eating it if you put it in the fridge. So put it in the fridge overnight, and then every morning you can have a new little oat ball, or any time of day, a little snack, which is good timing since these are almost out. Okay, cheers.
Tragedy averted.
Do you want to describe them to chat?
They taste good.
A little more.
They taste like peanuts and chocolate and oats.
Yeah.
They're pretty soft and gooey. One time Christine didn't add enough liquid and they just fell apart and crumbled. But these ones are really good.
I never measure, eh?
I got like a full peanut right there.
Here, show them the insides. Look, the full peanut. Oh, I made those ones with Chip-Its. Or the, they don't have Chip-Its in America.
Idiots.
No, they can have Chip-Its, I don't care. But they're like the Nestle chocolate chips. They don't call them Chip-Its. We call them, they're Hershey's Chip-Its. They have Nestle chocolate chips.
You have Hershey's in America?
Yeah, yeah. Look. Oh, hello. They don't have these in America. Did you know that? I had no idea.
I don't think that's right.
That's what they said, and they're American.
I don't believe them.
These are really good. I'm so good.
These are very good.
Okay, do you want to try my egg bake that's been sitting there? These honestly are better than like any granola bar or any protein bar that I bought. There's just something about like mixing, I don't know, the real maple syrup and the real peanut butter that you're just not gonna get from a pre-made granola bar that has an expiry date that's like in a year from now. I don't know what it is, but the texture and the moisture of just making these and then eating it over the next like, I don't know, week or so, absolutely delicious. So let's do a poll. We'll see if we can get higher than 58%. Would you make my protein oat balls? And like any variation. Oops. That's the question. They don't have to be peanut butter. You could do almond butter, whatever. Come on. So you're just hearing me chew. All right, just gonna button these guys up. And there you go, breakfast for the next 10 days or however long, or a little snack every night, however you wanna take it. Super delicious, super quick. You can also make them bigger or smaller if you just want little bites. And I find sometimes I just need like a little ball. I don't need a you know, like a whole protein bar or a big egg baked breakfast. So these are just good to snack on randomly throughout the day. I hate the texture of them. That's crazy. Really? You hate the texture of this? There must be so many foods you can't eat then, like oats, chocolate eggs, oatmeal, and everything else. I'm putting these in the fridge, and this big boy in the freezer.
Freezer.
Look what I made you. We're gonna have to. What if we like cut this? I think it would. I formed it really nicely,
It should
so.
just be the fridge. It can't be too cold. You need to be able to bite it.
Okay, so put this in the fridge too then. Sometimes we put just a couple in the freezer, and then it's kind of fun to have one that's a bit frozen. I wouldn't say put them in the freezer immediately though. Like I just think it's like your extra overflow, and then you can just see what it tastes like, how it differs in the freezer. Stunning, delicious. See, Simply's easy, quick, healthy sort of breakfasts. How often do you eat my oats for breakfast?
Every day.
It's true.
There's a new Stephen King movie coming out called The Long Walk. And it's about these guys who have to keep walking 3 miles an hour or they'll be shot. And when they open it in theaters, they're gonna have treadmills there, and you have to walk 3 miles an hour on the treadmill for the whole length of the movie, or you have to get out.
So how is this related? Do you need an oat ball to like keep your energy
You need
up?
energy to walk. Oat balls would be a good thing.
So
to take on
are
the
you
long walk.
asking me to do like a potluck participation for the movie theater and make oat balls for everyone in the theater?
I thought you would like this. You know, I love movies and you love the gym.
Walking?
We could go to the movies where you have to
Walk on the
walk
track.
the whole time.
I can't walk now because of my toe. Is
You
there
can walk.
is there a bike?
Nope.
I'm gonna die.
The long walk,
I'm gonna
not
die.
the long bike.
I'm gonna die then. All right, let's take a look. Would you make my protein oat balls? 87% agree.
Sidney Crosby.
That's so much higher than the 58% who would make my egg
Okay,
bake.
58% will not make the egg bake.
That's what statistics say, and they don't lie.
That is like people saying they're gonna, you know, do something for their New Year's resolution. They say they're gonna do it, but they're not gonna do it.
Are you saying Chash is being nice and they don't actually appreciate my egg bake?
Yeah, they're lying. Oh, my back's sore. Could I get a massage?
Does that feel better?
Actually, kind of.
Which part of your back?
Yeah, there.
Here?
Yeah.
I just beat some balls, so now beat Ben's back.
Your wrist straight. Oh.
Do you want me to step on you? You will make the balls, Christine, I promise. Thank you. All right, so that was easy. Okay, I'm basically Martha. Like, see, that took like an hour, and it honestly normally only takes me 5 minutes to make those balls. I was just yapping. We were just yapping in the kitchen. But no rules. Maybe someone wrote this down in the comments. Thank you for other people who are looking for the instructions. Sorry, no measurements, just vibes. That's my only advice. And also no fake syrup. But I've made this variation, a variation on oat balls, so many different flavors. It mostly just depends like what mix-ins you use and what protein powder you use. Same with the egg bake. You can make chocolate eggs, you can make vanilla eggs, you can make peanut butter eggs, you can make mint eggs, you can make strawberries and cream eggs. I actually haven't made those. I should try that. That'd be even more disgusting. So I think part 2, let me know what you think. I think part 2 of Simply's unhinged nasty breakfasts could be, well, we'd start with my cat food because everyone wants to know what it is. It looks like cat food, it's served like cat food. It doesn't smell like cat food, but if you just took a picture of it beside real canned cat food, you wouldn't know which one's which. Okay, that's my next idea. But then, because y'all are gonna say it's disgusting because you don't know what's good for you, I will redeem myself with my big smoothies. It's like what I put in a smoothie that's like more normal, more normal behavior. Which I also make like garbage style, just throw in everything I feel like and throw in 3 types of things to see what it is. I just like mixing things where there's no risk of failure. Yeah, I think that's my vibe. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. Is it tuna? No, I don't mix tuna in my smoothie, although I'm sure someone has. What are we doing next weekend? I don't know, maybe we'll go back in time or something. Maybe we'll be fancy. Maybe we'll do some painting. Cat food, no, but smoothies, yes. See, we'll do a no and a yes. I gotta redeem myself. So some of you said no to egg bake, but maybe you said yes to oat balls. And then on an even another Bakelogical stream, then I'll make you pancakes. But I feel like that one needs its own stream because we would make pancakes of every flavor profile just for fun. Like I've made a double chocolate, birthday cake pancakes, ginger molasses. Those are the most creative because I actually do more than just one mix and water. Those ones I actually like put more things into. But I love that. as fall approaches. We can make a PSL pancake. Look at all these Bakelogical ideas. Yes, so many ideas, but I have to be true to myself and not try and take on recipes that I'm just never gonna be able to pull off, okay? She is not really Martha Stewart. She is simply in the kitchen, and low risk recipes that don't even need measuring are my vibe, So teaser email on Monday. I don't know if it's Monday technically, but there might be an email soon giving you a heads up about just a little something, a little bonus something dropping, because the season is changing and maybe you guys want something a little darker, a little more crushed, you know, because all of our souls are just crushed. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Don't forget to let me know down below in the comments which breakfast you attempted and what did you think? Be honest, or don't. We'll see who's trolling who. I'll be here tomorrow, well not here, but downstairs tomorrow, because I gotta paint my nails to go to a wedding. So if you're in the Menchie Gang, you're not allowed to tell anyone what I paint my nails, but we'll see you under NDAs tomorrow. It's at 1 p.m., so it's 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 hour earlier than normal, because she has to be on time. She can't be late for someone else's wedding, to be clear. Everyone always asks, and then they congratulate me, and I'm like, this is so awkward. It's not my wedding. All right, thank you to the mods and Menchie Gang. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.